Hari Om to all the Atmajotis present here. So let's move on to the next part of the session, which is the Bhagavad Gita shloka chanting and contemplation. Last class, you learned the shloka Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam, which was basically about life and death. We learned a very important message that all the things in this have to die, and even in the previous shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. This is also quite related, and it tells us something related about that. So let's first chant this shloka, then you will come to know what it is. So, Chirantan, are you there? Yeah. So please repeat along with me. And when Chirantan is chanting, please all of you chant on mute. So keep your join your hands, keep your back erect, and chant along with Chirantan. vīta-rāga-bhaya-krodhā
vīta-rāga-bhaya-krodhā
man-mayā māmu-upāśhritāḥ
man-mayā
bahavo jñāna-tapasā
bahavo jñāna-tapasā
pūtā mad-bhāvam āgatāḥ
pūtā mad-bhāvam āgatāḥ.
So, what this shloka means is that we shouldn't be attached to these worldly objects, and we shouldn't get deviated by any of the distractions that come in the path of devotion. We need to be constantly devoted to God. And to our work. In our real life, we should be dedicated to our work. We should be focused on that. We shouldn't be attached on to anything. Because in the previous shloka, we learned everything is not eternal. Everything is impermanent. So, all the things in the world have one end date. So there's no thing of pondering about it or being attached to it. You learned this in this previous class. So here Krishna is telling, whoever are devoted to Krishna, and follow his message their mind is pure. They're always happy and kind, compassionate. For example, take Sri Rama and Hanuman's relationship. Hanuman, he's constantly devoted to Lord Rama. If he opens his eyes, if he closes his eyes, it's always Rama. He's so devoted to Rama, and also he follows the message of Rama. That's why he is known as the messenger of Rama. He conveys the message of Rama to all the other people. Or take the example of Mirabai. She was so devoted to Krishna. She was not scared because her husband, he was a king, and their god, their house god was not Krishna, and it was some other god. So they didn't like Mirabai worshipping Krishna, but still she was not scared, and she was devoted into Krishna, and nothing could stop her. Or take the example of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He was dancing for the sake of goddess Kali, and he was constantly devoted. You can see this picture and make out how devoted he was. And also look at their characteristics. They're always happy, calm, and peaceful. Look here, like Hanuman is always smiling, right? Even at any point of time, he's smiling, he's calm. Or take the example of Mirabai and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. They're always calm at any situation. And this is because their mind is pure and calm. And all these distractions, attachment, fear, anger, are not there. They've taken the message of Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita, or not necessarily Bhagavad Gita, because Hanuman, like, he was there before the Bhagavad Gita was told, but still he had certain values that he followed, and he was really devoted to Rama. So basically, the shloka tells us that we need to be devoted to Krishna, and if we do that, our mind will be pure, and we'll also be happy. Any questions? Yes, Nigda, please ask.
What does refuge mean?
Refuge means like following Krishna's message, like treating Krishna as a master and completely surrendering to Krishna. Surrendering in the sense, it does not mean what you see in normally, like in a military encounter. That's not surrender. What I mean by surrender is that keeping your ideas aside and following whatever Krishna tells, or surrender for that matter, whatever anybody tells. That's what refugee means. Refuge means. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Pannaka?
Thank you.
You said about the Mirabai, right? It's like, she was not really devoted to Krishna, but she was like, she thought herself that she was the wife of Krishna, because, like, once when she was in a young age, there was a celebration of marriage going on in the road nearby her house. She was like, who will come with me like this with a horse and a chariot, a chariot at the age of that. So she was, that time her mother was like, your husband would be Krishna. So she thought herself that she was the wife of Krishna more than she was devoted.
So see, what you told is correct. But what I mean by she was devoted, is that it doesn't mean she was constantly in love and was falling for Krishna. That may not be. We don't know. But what I mean by devotion is she was constantly dedicated and determined towards Krishna. Even like, if you're if your focus on some subject, say maths, then you call it as you're devoted in studying maths. So the same way when this works. That's what I meant by devote.
Okay. Thank
May I
you.
add one point there, Namit?
Yes.
Also, Pannaga, when it is said Mirabai took Sri Krishna as her husband, see, our general understanding of husband and wife is two people getting married. But in Mirabai's case, there was physically Krishna was not present, like how you see a marriage happen between a boy and a girl. So her taking Krishna as her husband means she completely had faith in the Almighty. And instead of marrying another person and leading a life, which most people do, many such devotees say that I am married to the higher principle. Like how the example Namit gave, take another example. Say a scientist. A scientist is interested in, say, sending the rocket to moon or Mars. They may be so devoted in that particular work that they may forget to drink, eat, sleep. And many a times people say, oh, this scientist is married to his mission. And if you ask that scientist, why are you doing this? The scientist may say, the mission of sending the rocket to moon or Mars is so important. It will help my country. So I am completely devoted. In other words, marriage is not necessarily a physical marriage. Married to the idea in such a way that, see, when two people marry each other, especially in India, it is called as married for life. So the oath that a man and a woman take when they get married is, we will care for each other, we will look after each other. Through our actions, we will care for the society, the family. So till we are living, we will be together. So in a way, there is no idea of, okay, I will run away one day. As long as I am getting benefit, I will be in this relationship. Such feelings are not there in a true marriage. So in that sense, Mirabai married Sri Krishna. It's a complete faith and devotion towards the higher principle of life, towards the divine. All right?
Okay, you mean to say, like, in other religions, like Christians and all, they call the nuns who lead their life just for the Jesus or something like that.
Yeah. So like that, when one is dedicated towards some higher principle and they're willing to sacrifice their other aspects of life only for that, in a way you can say, yeah, one is married to their mission. Scientist, a good scientist is married to his mission. Or like, for example, Narendra Modi is married to making India a great country. So like that, each one of us can marry a higher principle. Meaning what? Meaning we get tied to that. We happily serve that cause.
Okay.
Does that bring clarity, Pannaga?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can find a similar example in the life of, there was one great devotee in Karnataka called Akka Mahadevi. So even in the life of Akka Mahadevi, she would say, I am married to Channa Keshava, Channa Mallikarjuna, Shiva. So again, when you ask her, who is Channa Keshava? Channa Keshava is the Lord within me, is how she would answer. So the God principle within you is the only true principle that never leaves you. And these devotees, Mirabai, Akka Mahadevi, they have found out that, they have realized that. Therefore, in a normal conversation, you may hear it as, they married Krishna, they married Channa Mallikarjuna. But it is not like the social marriage that we see.
Okay.
Yes, Namit.
Yes, thank you, sir. So, Chirantan, you have some question?
No, I wanted to share my understanding.
Oh, okay, fine. Snigdha, did you have a question?
Like, I wanted to add on to what Vijayji said. So when Vijayji told that, like basically, when you're truly devoted to God, then you will leave all your other things and put your devotion on God. For example, can I give us Buddha?
Sorry?
So, as Vijayji said to Panaga that when you're truly devoted to God, then you will leave your other aspects of life and focus on the devotion to God. Can I give the example of Buddha, like how he was only meditating and he's focus was only on God and all.
Correct.
Yeah.
He wanted to realize the truth. And once when he realized, he did not sit quietly. He shared it with others. But correct. He dedicated his life, first of all, to realize the truth.
Okay. Thank you, Vijay.
Okay. So anyone else who has a question or doubt to ask? Okay. So yeah, now you can share your understandings. Chirantan, we can start with you.
What I understood is you can find success in whatever you're doing by putting full dedication to the thing which you are doing. If you are distracted by anything, so you won't find a complete success. For example, if there is an exam tomorrow, you have to read, and you and your friends call to play, or someone is watching TV. You have to not get distracted to those things. Instead, you have to concentrate on reading. Then only you will get the exact complete success, or else you'll get less marks or like that. So it applies to all types of work. That's what I understood.
Excellent, excellent, Chirantan. So next we have Tejas.
So
Just a minute. Chirantan, you can lower your yeah. Yes, Tejas, please.
Yeah, what I wanted to say was that here it's saying that we should not be attached to things. So there are some things where we have to pursue our dreams to follow a job or something. Like if you try going to a party or something, yeah, before the final exam, even and you know that you're going to get good marks even if you don't go to that party. That if you don't go to the party, it can help you pursue your dreams. You can celebrate after you finish your exams, but before the exams you can't be distracted, otherwise you won't be able to follow your dreams of getting a very high job. That's what I understood.
Excellent, Tejas. If we are always like this, we are distracted by even after many times, we'll fail to do good. So it's very important from the first point, even for a small test, for some, even it might be 5 marks, but we need to pay full dedication, and we need to be devoted to it, because it will become a practice of doing that, and we'll fail in doing good, and also we won't understand. So excellent thing.
Thanks.
May I add one small point here to what Tejas said?
Yes, sir.
Tejas, this particular shloka, in this shloka, Sri Krishna is not saying whether to pursue a particular dream or not. What is that Sri Krishna is pointing here? So he is saying only those who are devoted to me and who become free from sense of fear, anger, and attachments, only they become purified. Where do they get purified? So,
If they seek refuge
in the mind. So it is in the mind that evil tendencies arise, is it not? So for example, Ravana's downfall was because of the evil tendency in his mind that I have to go and grab another person's wife. Or similarly, the downfall of Duryodhana was because of the evil tendency in him to go and grab others' property. So such evil tendencies is what destroys one's life, not only one's own life, but also can be the source of destruction for others around them. So therefore, Sri Krishna is guiding us to develop divine qualities, qualities that we can find in role models such as, say, Sri Rama, in Sri Krishna, in Dr. Abdul Kalam. So when you look at the life of such great people, what is that you find? Come what may in their situation of life, they always worked for higher principles of life, being truthful, being honest, always bringing out the best in their thinking and in their actions, always working for the betterment of people around them, being unselfish. So these are the divine qualities that you see in role models like them. Swami Vivekananda, Ramana Maharshi, our own Sadguru Sri Narasimha Prabhuji. So like that, when you look at the life of all these great masters, they've dedicated their life for the benefit of others. So here, Sri Krishna is helping us to identify what brings out such divine qualities from you and me also. You and I also have the same capacity to be like a Vivekananda, to be like Sri Rama, to be like Narasimha Prabhuji. When you and I give up our attachments, what kind of attachments we should give up? Attachments to negative qualities. So here Sri Krishna is not at all telling, give up your dream. See, getting a job is okay. Why are you getting a job? So for example, there's a wonderful story. Very shortly I will mention. There was a temple being constructed and there were two sculptors who were working on the whatever the vigraha that they had to do. Somebody was observing, one of that person was constantly getting irritated, angry, agitated, and every 5 minutes, 10 minutes he used to take a break. So somebody went and asked him, what happened? He said, Ayo, I have so many things to take care of at the home, but I also need money, and this is the only job I know. So somehow I have to get this job done. So I am doing this job. That is what he said. There was another sculptor who used to work long hours, always used to have a very pleasant smile, and he would take break only once or twice in a day. So he was also asked, what are you doing? He said, I am actually creating the sculpture of the God. And the sculpture that I create will be housed in this temple. Many, many people will come to see this. And when they see this, I hope and pray that they find the same divine quality that I'm sculpting here. They should also feel happy, healthy, peaceful. So like that, he said, I am doing a very noble work. So this is the story. What is that you can learn from this simple story, Tejas?
That we should follow our goals, like how Krishna is saying here.
Now,
So
in this story, there are two sculptures. One person, he is saying, I'm simply doing a job. The other person is saying, my work is something for the benefit of others. When they come, they should see and enjoy, and they should feel peaceful. This is how the other person was doing the work. Both of them were doing the work only. Both of them were creating an idol out of the stone. But one person was very happy doing it. The other person felt agitated, angry.
Like
So
they didn't do it.
We learn from this.
That Krishna will only appreciate it. It doesn't matter whatever we do for him. It just matters that we do it with love. That's all.
Okay, that is one way you can interpret this story. Anybody else would like to share on this story?
So you should enjoy your work. So whatever it can be difficult or it can be easy or anything like that. Just no matter how it is, you have to enjoy it.
Okay, wonderful. Pannaga, you have something to share?
The thing is, if you want to do it, you have to do it, and you should not make problems, but you should always find a solution for what you do, and you should always think that, yeah, this might help them or may not help them, but I'm giving my best to the people who want to see it.
Okay. Does Shreyas have a view on this story?
Yeah. So we should do our love with, we should be devoted to the work we do. Like if example, the second sculpture, he said to the person, I want that whoever sees this, they also get the divine blessings of God when I am doing this. So they should be everybody should be like very devoted to God and should do their work very peacefully, calmly, and be dedicated to their work.
Very nice. Wonderful.
And also, I want to tell that whenever you're doing your work, you should always selflessly do it, and like you should do it for the well-being of other people. So, for example, you're like a person who builds. For example, you're a person. For example, you're a person who builds buildings, like the second man. So the way he said it was like he was selflessly sculpting the sculpture so that everyone gets the blessings from God. So he only did that because he wanted everyone to get the blessings, not because he wanted to get money and all that or appreciation. He just wanted people to get blessings from God. Everyone needs blessings from God. That's why he wanted to make a sculpture of God. He didn't want it for fame or anything.
Very nice. So like that, we always have to do some or the other work in life.
I just wanted to add one more.
Yes, Pannaga.
When we come to the other perspective, if I tell in the perspective of a shloka, sir, it also means like, the second person is very much devoted, and his heart is very much pure, calm, because he devotes Krishna.
Correct. So you see, it is not the work, but what is the feeling, what is the thought process, what is the attitude that you are carrying towards what you are doing. The first person thought, I am just doing a job for the money's sake. So he was not finding that peace, happiness, joy in what he was doing. The other person had found a higher purpose. He had found a higher purpose in whatever he was doing. And that higher purpose made him feel so joyful, so happy, so energetic. So like that, it is not the task itself, but the attitude of the task that matters a lot. Likewise here, Sri Krishna is prompting us to whatever we do it with full love, dedication, selflessly, and for the benefit of others. To be absorbed in me means what? To see how I am serving Lord in whatever I am doing. For example, when we go and pour water to a tree, it is not an ordinary tree that we are pouring water to. It is Sri Krishna in the form of tree. When we say, okay, I am helping my friend, it is not an ordinary friend. It is Sri Krishna in the form of my friend. So like that, when I have the feeling and love that, I'm serving the Lord in everything that I'm doing, that is what? Taking the refuge. That is what? Keeping the mind always in Sri Krishna. Then when you do that, when you offer everything that you're whatever you're doing as a service to the Lord, you naturally become in your mind, free from any kind of agitations. And you will start seeing the energy and the wonder of life happen through you. And that is what Sri Krishna wants us to experience. Is that bringing clarity to Tejas?
Yeah, I understood. Thanks.
All right, Tejas. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, so Akshat, you can share your understanding.
So what I understood was whatever the work we do, we should do with the feeling in us that we are doing this for others good, and we should feel happy. We should do it as a naivedyam for God. And from the shloka, what I understood was we should be devoted, and if we are devoted, our mind will be calm and we will proceed.
Namit, you're on mute.
Wonderful. You put it in a very beautiful way, Akshat. So next, we have Snigdha.
Yeah, so basically what I want to say is, so Sri Krishna is basically saying that we should, if we are like fully devoted to him, then like, and we're being free from attachment, fear, and anger, then we will be happy and peaceful for the rest of our life. So basically, we should always listen to like we should always listen to Krishna's teaching. Like what is he teaching us in every shloka? We should always listen and apply it in our daily life. So I would like to give an example for this. So for example, your teacher is telling you to do some homework and to submit it the next day. There are most people like who don't, they really think that okay, it's okay if I don't submit it tomorrow, then I can, the teacher won't say anything to me. So some people who don't exactly care about the work that they're given. Some people they don't listen also. They're in their own world. But there's some people who listen or they note it down somewhere and then they finish the work and get it the next day. So in my class, most of the people they don't really take their homework when they ask it to give it, they never give it to the teacher. So they basically do not listen to the teacher. The teacher is like Krishna. So Krishna's telling us life lessons and things which we can apply in our life. So that's how I can say in Krishna's teachings we have to listen to it and we have to apply it in our life. And if you're fully devoted to Krishna, then our life will be happy and peaceful and we'll have no burden in our mind.
Beautiful, Snigdha. You related it to the real life in a very nice way, and it was really practical. So, really nice. Yes, Panaga, please share your answer.
Yeah, what I understood from this shloka is that you should not you should not get attached to things which you really don't want to. You can live, you can lead your life without extra thing like going to party, going to birthday or something, whatever you want to do extras. But you cannot survive in your life in a better way if you don't get a good marks in your studies, or if you don't gain the knowledge. So that is that is how I understood that extra things are not required, and to do this, so if I left all the other things, and if I really want to concentrate on something, what I really want is a good mood. A mood really matters a lot in a work. If you're not really interested to do something, and if you just draw even a circle, it will be just like a scribbled thing. So if you really want to do, you have to focus and do it. For that focus, your mind should be very much clear, and it should all go inside. It should go inside that sheet of paper what you're doing. So for that you don't, if you are very angry on somebody, you truly cannot do it. Or if you have lot of things in your mind, then you cannot do it. So if you are really devoted to Krishna, this is the way where Krishna helps you in.
Okay, so I want to clarify, what do you mean by extra things?
Which does not really help you in your life.
Okay, fine. So it's totally fine. Like, can you give an example of that?
Yeah, like the thing. If you are all the people in your house goes to a party, but you should not go, because if I have the exam next day, I should not go and tell that tomorrow I have an exam. It's okay, but party I cannot enjoy this way. But I can take the exam the next day. I can take the retest instead of today taking a test. Like that. Somewhat.
Excellent, excellent, Panaga. And one thing, it's not only in studies, it can be in any field. It can be in art, sports, anything. This devotion towards the work, it doesn't matter. Like Vijay sir told us about the three idols. It's in, even though it's not about studies, they should be focused. In every field, there should be focus, and there shouldn't be any distractions, because of distractions, so many things can happen. The destruction of Kauravas because of Duryodhana, or the whole Lanka burned because of Ravana, right? So, like that, even we need to be careful, and we shouldn't make such wrong decisions and do such wrong things. So, excellent, Panel. Anybody else who would like to share your understanding?
Did we listen to Shreyas and Sanvi?
Sir, which I said in the between when you asked about that, actually that only I wanted to say.
Okay.
Okay. So,
How about Sanvi? Can Sanvi unmute and share your views?
I understood that whenever we do some work, we need to understand that God is present in that, and we should give full effort in whatever we do. I also understood that whenever we are doing something, we should remember that God is watching us. So we should always do good things. That's it.
Very nice. Very nice.
okay. So, if you don't have any questions or anything else,
Namit, sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Also, we have Vartika. Does Vartika want to share? Are you there, Vartika?
I don't know if Vartika is there.
Okay, all right. And is there anyone else? Aryan, would you like to share? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, would you like to share your understanding from this shloka and the discussion?
Like I am devoted to football. So whenever I play football, I should play joyfully.
Excellent. Give your 100%. Do the best and see how you can represent India and how you can be a national level player, bringing medals to India.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Very nice. Is there anyone else missed out? Has everyone shared? Yes, Namit. Looks like everyone has shared.
Yes, sir.
Shall we stop the recording of this shloka, Namit?
Yes, sir, sure.
Hari Om. Thank you all.
Hari Om.